Welcome to my views and news. Two news stories. Firstly, it seems that Ethiopian government is in trouble. Viewers, I'm recording this video outdoor, busy doing something, but I got this information which I want to share with you. First news story is about Egyptian moves against Ethiopia. It seems that Egypt is trying to encircle Ethiopia. What is US role? Because Mike Hammer met with Egyptian foreign minister 2 days ago. Is US silent? Does it approve Egyptian moves to corner Ethiopia? And secondly, viewers, Debretsion Gebremichael, TPLF chairman, was in Mekelle yesterday and he arrived in Shire today. These minutes, large TPLF gatherings, Debretsion wing gatherings ongoing in Tigray. Where is Getachew group? It had planned to hold a meeting in Mekelle. No meeting in Mekelle. What happened? Let's start from Ethiopia, viewers. Ethiopia-Egypt tension rather. Egypt definitely trying to encircle Ethiopia. It has sent weapons to Somalia. It is sending its commandos there. It is due to take over Somalia's peacekeeping force next year. Not just Somalia, Egypt wants to gain foothold in other neighboring countries too. Reportedly, Egypt is interested in deploying peacekeepers in South Sudan, another Ethiopian neighbor. By the way, Egypt tried to sign a defense agreement, military cooperation agreement with a South Sudanese government a few months ago. Ethiopia stepped in, that agreement could not be implemented. But now it seems that Egyptian government officials in talks with Americans. Egypt wants to deploy its forces to South Sudan. If it happens, it means that Egypt would have military presence in at least two Ethiopian neighboring countries, Somalia, South Sudan. Egypt has its influence in troubled Sudan too, where civil war ongoing, but Egypt is very close to Al-Burhan. Fourth Ethiopian neighbor is Eritrea, and we know that Isaias Afwerki held some senior he held discussion with senior Egyptian delegation a few days ago when Egyptian foreign minister and intelligence agency chief visited Asmara. So it's clear that Egypt is trying to encircle Ethiopia. What is US role, US response to this Egyptian move? Is US supporting Egyptian expansion around Ethiopia? This week, Mike Hammer, US Special Envoy to the Horn of Africa, met with Egyptian government officials. He met with Badr Abdelatty. Mike Hammer was there. Then Molly Fee was there too. She is US State Department spokesperson. And there Egypt made it clear. Egypt said that it wanted to protect Somalia's sovereignty, territorial integrity. It would upgrade, it would improve Somalia's security, defense capabilities. Mike Hammer was there. Silence, it means that America is approving Egyptian intervention in Somalia in support of Somalia's government. By the way, if you remember, US supported Egypt in the stalemate between Egypt and Ethiopia over GERD, the controversial dam, which Egypt calls controversial, by the way. Egypt was supported by US, by European countries, but despite opposition from all these world powers, Ethiopia managed to build the dam. So it seems that Egypt is closer to the US than Ethiopia. That is why US is supporting Egypt, I believe. Why? Perhaps Egypt is more important because of US interests in Israel. Gaza, still a battlefield. Hamas, Israel war ongoing. Egypt, a key player there. Egyptian direct intervention could hurt American interests there. That is why I think US backs Egypt. Egypt matters more for the US than Ethiopia. What will Ethiopia do now while it is being encircled by Egypt? It is opposing Egyptian military entry in Somalia. Now, Egypt wants to enter South Sudan. To hard times ahead for Ethiopian government, it seems. But I don't think Ethiopia will sit idle. It will make moves. It will try to sign agreements with those countries which are anti-Egypt. It will try to convince South Sudan to kick out Egypt or to disagree with Egyptian proposal of deployment of its troops in South Sudan. Somalia is welcoming Egyptian troops, but Ethiopia vowing to stop Egyptian military deployment in Somalia. Second viewers, Debretsion Gebremichael, TPLF chairman, is in Shire today. Just a few hours ago, TPLF kicked off another party meeting in Shire. If you remember, a few days ago, Getachew Reda, interim president of Tigray, tried to hold a meeting in Shire, but his meeting was disrupted by Debretsion people. Women chanted slogans. They did not allow Getachew to speak. Getachew had to postpone that meeting. But Debretsion is there. I think Mungerino is there too. Hundreds of people are attending this gathering in Shire. Debretsion was in Mekelle yesterday. Now he is in Shire. I think in Abe Adi too, Tambian, a TPLF meeting is underway for almost 6 days. TPLF meetings will go on, Wareda level meetings where leaders will meet with the party workers and people of different towns, cities. They will respond to questions there. This public mobilization campaign has been launched by the TPLF, I think, to fire Getachew Reda, to dismiss, or maybe right word is to dismantle Getachew Reda's government. Getachew party was planning to hold a meeting in Mekelle today. We heard about that yesterday. Meeting could not be held. Getachew under serious pressure. His main supporters, Sadkan, under pressure too. Can Getachew survive? It seems it's very difficult for Getachew to survive now. The Debretsion group is making big moves. Debretsion group meetings are attracting large crowds. Getachew is being seen as pro-PP, as proxy of the Ethiopian PM Abiy. It is becoming difficult for Getachew to represent TPLF. The Debretsion group, I think, will make big moves in coming days. After mobilizing people, it will demand removal of Getachew from power. It might mobilize its people. TPLF is being supported by Tigray's military commanders too. Fisseha Kidano asked police to protect TPLF's Central Committee members. Getachew's meeting was disrupted in Shire. Debretsion freely speaking there. No one to disrupt his meeting. Why? Is there no Getachew support base there? Or Getachew supporters don't want to take the risk of storming the meeting, disrupting the meeting. They could be targeted. They could be harassed and attacked. Whatever the reason is, I think the Debretsion group is in majority in Shire. But even in Mekelle, they managed to hold a meeting. Mekelle is not their stronghold. Mekelle is where interim president sits, but Mekelle mayor supports him. Overall, Tigray interim government has been paralyzed. Debretsion group is on the offensive. It has momentum on its side and seems that Getachew is in real trouble. Can he survive? Let's see. Thanks for watching.